It is July 1st, 2022, so it's time for another monthly update video. I'm going to talk about what went on in June that you might have missed and you might want to check out, and what we've got coming up in this long month of July. So I always like to highlight three big things, and big thing number one is we are moving Classic Metal Class onto the Light Hall platform. There's a link if you do the show more in this video. You can see a link to Classic Metal Class. This month we're going to be discussing a very interesting set of topics. Big thing number two, this is more of a heads up. Keep your eyes open. If you're into things Stoic, keep your eyes open for an announcement about Stoicon and the lineup. Stoicon is going to happen October 29th, the international online big event, and we're lining up our speakers for that now. So by the end of the month, there'll be an announcement about that. And the third big thing, if you're into Philip K. Dick, well, last month was a good month for you, and this coming month is going to be a good month for you because we actually discussed Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep / The Blade Runner in the Wisdom for Life show, and I'm going to be putting out more videos about Dick that I'll tell you about in the July portion. What took place in the month of June? Well, I held my usual online events, an AMA session, Hegel Q&A and discussion sessions. Scott Terulli and I had a great classic metal class where we discussed who should be called an original member of bands. We did some philosophical analysis and some music history. Worlds of Speculative Fiction, we did Veronica Roth's Carve the Mark universe, which was quite cool. I also got to go to a book event, for a local Chicago author that was held up here in Milwaukee. Dare to Know was the name of the book. It's a really good fiction book. And so that was kind of fun. I wrapped up a series rather of Stoic Sundays online. We could call them video classes or whatever. And I'll probably take that back up again later on this summer. We've been doing a lot of things out and about in town. I've been going for walks and, taking pictures of the beautiful flowers and landscape and things going on, and picking a lot of wildflowers too. I've been getting back to the gym as well for exercise. And my wife, Andy, and I have been going to a lot of concerts and other events. It is the summer concert season because Summerfest is here, the world's largest music festival held here in Milwaukee. We also, saw some other things, for example, Styx and an REO Speedwagon with Loverboy before Summerfest. We went to Murder on the Orient Express, a really well put together play. We attended Dennis DeYoung's Hunchback of Notre Dame here, and we wrapped up the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra concert season with the very last show of the season, which was pretty spectacular. So a lot of stuff going on. We also went to the Zoo Ball, which is a gala. We went to two galas now that I think about it. One was for the Performing Arts Center and one was for the zoo. So you get dressed up and, you go to a dinner and there's drinks and auctions and stuff like that. And so that's what we've been up to. Sometimes Andy's mom would come along. Sometimes it's just us. Been doing a good bit of writing. I published a piece in Stoicism Today and in the online magazine, The Stoa. I've been doing a good bit of writing in Medium as well that you may have seen. I also did an interview for Val in Vogue, who wanted to talk about heavy metal and philosophy, and so that's pretty cool. I'll put a link to that below. And I started two classes, one of which is an academic class from Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design, my online 6-week Intro to Philosophy class. And that's a lot of fun. We're now in week 2, finishing it out, moving into week 3. and a lot of cool stuff going on there. And with Lighthall, I started teaching an online class meeting weekly for 8 weeks on Aristotle and the moral virtues. Very excited about that. It's going quite well. We've had one class session. Next week, we're getting into courage and temperance, and then we're proceeding onward. I did a lot of video work, but I didn't necessarily get to all the video work that I had originally planned. I only got 1.5 hour Hegel video done and only one book review video done. And so I really wanted to get more on those, but I did do some other cool stuff, core concept videos from my business ethics classes and authors I'm teaching. I did something on Robert Audi, and he's got some really great observations about virtue ethics. John Hosper's What is Libertarianism? Short little video series on that. And you might have seen I've been doing more speculative fiction videos, speculative fiction studies videos, and they've been on Philip K. Dick's To Android's Dream of Electric Sheep, contained in this lovely Library of America volume. You notice the little things there because I'm filming fairly soon, some more Dick stuff. And what else? I did... another fake quotes video about Plato, some of the most egregious fake quotes. And I solicited, ideas about who else I should do them on. I shot some stuff about, Sassy. I did an hour-long tribute video, finally. If you don't know, our cat Sassy, 19 years old, passed away a couple months ago. And I finally got around to taking all the video footage and creating that. I took the recording from a Lighthall class and published that on Epictetus and Stoic practices. There's actually 2 videos on that out there. And I did another Sadler's Asides, Digressions and Rants video. People seem to like those, so I'm going to keep doing them. I did a quick take video about whether you should listen to past selves or not. And I just finished up the month with a video that I thought would be kind of helpful for people because they easily get confused about, where I've been and where I've taught and, what sort of positions I've held about my more than 20-year academic career. My academic teaching, started back in 1999, so I created a video specifically about the 11 different places I have taught. Podcast, I finished up the Epictetus series that I was working on, and then I took a little sidetrack into things about the Cynics, drawing on Lucian of Samosata, Xenophon, the famous historian and student of Socrates, and Diogenes Laertes, who talks about them in Book 6 of his Lives of the Philosophers. Then I did some stuff from Plato's Republic, Book 6 and 7, all metaphysical and epistemological stuff. And for, I'd say, the last 2 weeks, I have been putting out podcast episodes on Augustine's Confessions and some of the key things happening in that work. So that's June. Now let's talk about what's coming up. In July, I don't have quite as many events as I had in previous months lined up, in part because Andy and I are going to be doing a lot of things on the weekends together, going down to Alpine Valley to see Rage Against the Machine, heading up to Lambeau Field on another Saturday to see, not a football game, well, actually it is a football game, but world football. We're going to see a soccer game there, which was quite interesting. And, we've got other things going on. Summerfest is still happening as well. But I do have these events lined up for you. Now, all the times that I'm giving are in Central Time, so you do want to check your time zone to make sure that you arrive when the event actually starts and you don't miss out. Starting tomorrow on the 2nd at noon, we'll have our monthly AMA, that's Ask Me Anything session. Come on in. You can ask questions about philosophy. You can ask personal questions. You can ask questions about heavy metal or literature, whatever you want. It's an AMA, right? Later on that day, for my Patreon supporters at 2 o'clock, I will be having the monthly philosophy chat, which is always quite fun. That's a little bit more intimate, right? A little bit more interactive. Then we fast forward all the way to the 13th at 4 p.m. Now notice, usually I do it at 5 p.m., but I got to do it at 4 p.m. because I have to do it before my class office hours. We will be having our monthly Patreon supported, but free and open to the public Hegel Q&A and discussion session. On the 16th, Scott Terulli and I will be doing our classic metal class, and we are doing something really fun and interesting for this one. By the way, it's going to be hosted on Lighthall, so if you want to attend it, you got to sign up through Lighthall. It's totally free, and you'll get some cool perks like a discography with it. We're going to be talking about rebellion as a theme in heavy metal. On the 17th, which is the next day, and that's a Sunday. This is a little bit unusual as well. We'll be having our Worlds of Speculative Fiction, which begins at noon with a video premiere, about an hour and a half, and then we have a hour and a half long Zoom session. We are discussing these, Roger Zelazny's Chronicles of Amber, Part 2, books 6 through 10, about no longer Merlin, but rather, no longer Corwin, but rather his son Merlin, who is a child both of Amber and Chaos, right? If you don't know what that means, maybe read the books and you might enjoy that. So that's going to be coming up on the 17th at 12 p.m. as well. Then on the 28th at 6 p.m., we will have our Milwaukee Stoic Fellowship meeting. This is open to everybody worldwide. We have people popping in from as far away as Brazil. And we're working our way through Diogenes Laertes' summary of Stoic doctrines. We're deep in the ethics part now. That you can find the link to below. And then finally on the 30th, we're going to have a political theory and practice discussion. There's so much going on. I don't know which thing we're going to talk about yet. It's as if like things are hitting every single week, something new. So I'm not quite sure which topic we're going to explore, but we will be exploring some topics. What else? Video work coming up this month. I'm going to be continuing the Philip K. Dick stuff. By the way, you should, tomorrow there's actually going to be an airing of Wisdom for Life in which my co-host and I are going to be talking about Dick's Android's Dream of Electric Sheep and the theme of empathy. So you're not going to want to miss that. But if you do miss that, we'll have a recording coming up later that I'll post. Half Hour Hegel, I need to get back up to, my quota for this month. We're getting close to the end of the book, and I would like to finish it out strong. I got some book review videos to do as well. And I'll be doing some more Philip K. Dick speculative fiction studies on The Android's Dream of Electric Sheep, but also on his essay, The Android and the Human, which I think is really quite good. If I get around to it, I'm going to do some core concept videos on Arthur Schopenhauer. Not one of the big books, but rather one of the smaller works. I'll probably do some personal, stories, videos as well. And I might do another quick take or a soapbox video. I'll definitely do another Sadler's asides, digressions, and rants, drawing from the Hegel videos. Podcast stuff. I'm going to be doing more work on Augustine and finishing out the stuff on the Confessions. Then I'm not sure what order we'll do it in, but we'll do some stuff on Anselm's On Truth and Plato's Phaedo. And that'll probably keep me busy for the month because I have a lot of videos to convert into podcast episodes for those. And I'll be doing more writing. You can probably see me. There may be a few interviews coming out that I've done in the past that people will be putting out. And I might do some interview videos with other people myself. I'm also thinking about analyzing AITA, Am I the A-hole cases, because I think those are kind of fruitful for moral discussion. And I might do those in the video channel as well. But we'll see. I don't want to get too ambitious because we got a lot going on in July. Still have classes running, getting ready for fall, getting ready for Stoicon, and all these other things happening. But that's that. Hope that you have a great month ahead, and I hope that I'll see you in some of these online events, and we'll have a great time.